My name is Saad, and until a year ago, I thought I had the perfect life. I had a stable job, a beautiful home, and most importantly, a loving wife. Or at least, that's what I believed. Ayesha and I had been married for 7 years, and I truly thought we were unshakable. My best friend Samir had been in my life for even longer, 15 years of friendship, trust, and brotherhood. He was the guy I confided in about everything, the one I thought would always have my back. But as it turns out, I was living in the middle of the biggest lie of my life. It started with something small, a casual Friday night when Ayesha mentioned she was going to a party with her colleagues. I didn't think much of it at first. She'd been working late on several projects lately, and I assumed she just needed a break. But something about the way she said it bothered me. She avoided eye contact, kept fiddling with her phone, and when I asked where the party was, she said, at a coworker's house, but didn't give me a name. My instincts told me something wasn't right. Later that evening, while scrolling through Instagram, I stumbled upon a story posted by one of our mutual friends. It was a video of the party, people dancing, drinking, laughing, and in the corner of the frame, sitting comfortably on the couch, was my best friend, Samir. He hadn't mentioned anything about going out that night. In fact, he'd told me earlier that week that he was too busy to hang out. That's when the pieces started falling into place. I decided not to confront Ayesha right away. Instead, I started paying close attention. I checked our shared credit card statements and saw multiple hotel transactions all under her name. I tracked her location through our family app and noticed she frequently worked late in the same 2 areas. Every sign pointed to betrayal, but I needed undeniable proof before I acted. So I came up with a plan. The next Friday, Ayesha claimed she was going to another office party. I played along, kissed her goodbye, and told her to have fun. But instead of staying home, I followed her discreetly. She drove across town and parked outside a luxury apartment complex. I waited for about 15 minutes before sneaking up behind her as she walked toward the elevators, and that's when I saw him. Samir. They didn't see me. I watched from a distance as they hugged intimately before heading upstairs together. My blood boiled, but I forced myself to stay calm. I wasn't going to confront them there. I wanted to hit them where it hurt the most, their pride, their reputation, their comfort. Over the next 2 weeks, I collected everything I needed. Screenshots of messages from her synced iPad, recordings from a hidden camera I placed in our living room, and, most importantly, the hotel receipts. The evidence was airtight. Then came the night of my revenge. I invited Ayesha and Samir to what I told them was a surprise dinner at my house to celebrate my promotion at work. I also invited my parents, her parents, our closest friends, and a few of our mutual colleagues. The stage was set perfectly. When everyone arrived, I kept the mood light, smiling and serving drinks like nothing was wrong. Ayesha was glowing, acting like the perfect wife, while Samir laughed and joked with everyone like the loyal friend he pretended to be. After dinner, I stood up and tapped my glass to get everyone's attention. I want to thank you all for being here tonight, I began, smiling warmly. And I want to take this moment to celebrate not just my promotion, but also the truth. The lights dimmed, and the projector I had set up flickered on. The first video played, Ayesha and Samir kissing passionately in our living room while they thought I was out of town. Gasps filled the room. Her parents looked horrified, my Mother covered her mouth in shock, and my father clenched his fists in silence. Ayesha froze. Samir's face went pale. Before they could speak, the second video rolled. Samir picking her up outside the same hotel at midnight, their voices clearly audible, laughing and mocking me, calling me too boring to notice. The room exploded, with whispers and gasps. Ayesha started crying, begging me to turn it off, but I wasn't finished. I clicked to the final slide, printed screenshots of their intimate messages. One of them read, I wish Saad would just leave me already so. We can be together without hiding. I turned to the crowd and said loud and clear, this is the woman I married. This is the friend I trusted. Tonight, everyone here deserves to know who they really are. Silence. Then I reached into my pocket and pulled out a thick envelope. Ayesha, I said coldly, tossing it onto the table in front of her. "Those are your divorce papers, signed and ready. And Samir, just so you know, your wife already has copies of these videos. Expect her call tonight." Samir's jaw dropped. He didn't know I'd contacted his wife, too. Ayesha collapsed to her knees, crying hysterically, but I walked past her without a word. The entire room was dead silent, except for her sobs. Within a week, the divorce was filed. Because I had overwhelming proof of her infidelity, I kept the house, the car, and most of our savings. Samir's wife left him, taking their kids and half his assets. He was fired from his job after HR found out about his conduct, and his reputation in our social circle was completely ruined.